Why am I getting long on natural gas? Well, let's dive into the chart here. Now, this is the way I love setting my week up, because if you're prepared for the week ahead, maybe do your scanning on a Sunday night, you can be ready for the trades that come in during the week. Now, you'll have your strategy, of course. We've got our trend predictor. The trend predictor is these arrows here, giving us the heads up that the week after and the week after could be up weeks. If it's a green arrow. If it's a red arrow, I'm looking for down week potential. Okay, show you an FX pair as well, and I can use this in the FX market. But more importantly, I've just started to accumulate a position in my spread betting account with natural gas. I think we're going to $30 here, or it's priced at 30,000 or 3,020 here in my charts, in fact. So I'm looking for at least 3 or 4 to 1 risk reward ratio here, guys. So the trend predictor's given me the green arrow. Green arrow means up week next week or the next week after. So I'm literally ready for it on a Sunday night going forward. Now remember, I always talk about teaching my students, I'm talking about the signal is on the bigger time frame. In this case, it's on the weekly chart. But now I want to go down to the 4 hour to get in. So now I just started to buy this, and I'm going to continue to buy it. We've got 30,000 or 3,000 or $30 here, depending on how you want to say it. But I've got this area here which I'm targeting right up here, which is here. So I'm going to keep on adding as I keep on accumulating this position here. I'm going to be buying more up to my profit target. All right, so it all comes from the weekly setup and the weekly preparation. Easily done. Over here on the left hand side is the scanner for the trend predictor. It gives me the trades that are setting up for the week, so I don't have to wonder what to trade this week. I'm literally getting my scanner, scanning my setup. So the setup, scanner, setup, entry. Okay, then manage the trade. Manage the trade after you've got your signal to get into the trade. So you scan on a Friday night, a Sunday night. You can do it on a Friday night if you want, or a Saturday morning, and then you look for that trade. You set an order. You can even place an order with your broker, and I'm looking to trade that during the week. Look at the pound here versus the US dollar. Lovely weekly charts here, guys. Some lovely trends. But I want you to pay close attention to the arrows. The green arrow here, next week and the week after and the week after was a huge move, like 400 pip profit. Here, green arrow telling me the next week's going to be up, sideways the week after, and then another up, then another up. We're talking about 120 to 124, 125. That's a 400 point move in 1 to 2 weeks. Here's a trend predictor. Next week up, next week up, and next week sideways. What a lovely, that's a 300 pip move. These red arrows flip it upside down. The red arrows are the down weeks, so for short trades. Now it's important when you're using the bigger time frame, which is the signal chart, you drill down to the smaller time frame for the trigger. Why do we do that? Well, look, just like I was saying on that natural gas, if you're going and getting 2 to 1, 1 to 1 risk reward all the time, your account isn't really going to grow quickly at all. You could be having small wins, small losers. I want 4 to 1 risk reward, 5 to 1 risk reward, as in making 5 to risk 1. I don't want 2 to 1 or 1 to 1. I want to go for these big, what we call blue whale trades, okay? So I'm looking as a day trader and maybe an intraday swing trader, or somebody, if you're working full time, you could be doing this. You could be doing this all the time, guys, every week. Okay, you could be scanning the weekends, putting your orders in on a Sunday, Monday, and waiting for those trades to trigger. But I want to be getting 5 to 1, 6 to 1, 7 to 1. I want to be getting those big risk rewards. That's how your account grows. That's how you build wealth. And that's how you make trading really enjoyable. Going for these little small moves all the time, your account doesn't really grow. And maybe your account's not growing because you're going for these small moves. It might be a psychological thing. It might be you've got a terrible trading system. I don't know what it is. But you want to learn. Maybe I've got a podcast somewhere talking about the psychology around going for blue whale trades. Maybe we'll do one in the future. Okay, but you've got to go for those big moves. And they all start from the monthly, and in this particular case on natural gas, on the weekly. I might get stopped out for zero profit, but I'm in position to let it go for a big move. And one of the psychological points when you're going for a big move are not to watch it. not to sit there and watch it, not to be on your phone watching and managing your P&L. You manage your stop, but don't look at your profit and loss or the profit, because you're going to get faked out the trade. You're a human being with emotion. That's what trading gives us, this emotion. We can't get rid of it, so we've got to manage it. Managing it by not being there looking at it. Put your stop in place, put your profit in place, you know, and add to the position as you go. But don't just keep looking at it like you're fixated with the trade, because you're going to get faked out of the move before, and then it's going to go on and become a really good move. All right, so just be careful. That's how I go for these big trades, these big blue whale ones. Hope it helps.